Hello fellow coin collectors. Don't worry about the coins in the back. Today we're talking about banknotes. So we're talking about banknote collectors. And today we're going to have a look at Serbia's actual current banknotes. So an interesting fact about these is that these were actually introduced in 2000 for Yugoslavia. But at the time in 2000, Montenegro actually didn't use these banknotes because they actually adopted the Deutschmark back in I think 1998, and they actually dropped dinar because dinar actually suffered from pretty severe hyperinflation at the time. So here we actually have a 5 billion dinar banknote, and this is a replacement from, this is 1993, so pretty much 7 years before these series was actually introduced. And in 2003 they actually changed to Serbia. So here we have it in Cyrillic, and here we have it in I would say Croatian, Bosnian, whatever you want to call it. So Serbo-Croatian. And this one is Vlak Stonovic Karadzic first, and he actually has him on the back with him at the actual first Slavic Congress in Prague, 1848, and it's actually quite a nice banknote. The actual exchange rate's only 10 cents, so this one actually is quite a low value banknote. And the watermark is him. I'll turn the light on, see if we can actually see him. Oh yeah, there you go. So that image there, they actually wanted to use that image on the original banknote, but they decided to actually use a younger portrait. So there's actually two different ones that were, the first one was actually in a provisional stage, and this was the actual circulated banknote. They also used a 10 dinar coin as well, but they haven't minted that since 2012, so I'm not even sure if it's in circulation. But some countries actually stopped minting coins. They've actually got a lot, or they've got frozen dates, like Sierra Leone, their 10, 50 and 100 leones dated 1996. It's probably just been minted with that year. Or as in Hong Kong. Hong Kong actually didn't issue any coins from new mintages from 1998 to 2012. So that is a 14-year difference. So you can see if you mint too much coins, you actually have too much stock. And this is actually quite nice. So the earlier banknotes have a different coat of arms, but they're all dated, and generally the earlier banknotes only have one serial number. This one has two, one in red and one in black. And as you can see, this actually celebrates the Cyrillic alphabet, which the Serbian language is actually written in. Not all actual Serbian languages are written in Cyrillic, so you've got Polish, Czech and Slovak, Croatian, so Slovenian, they're all written in Latin alphabet. And then the next banknote we actually have, let me see if I can actually fix this up. Okay, is the 20 dinars. And this one has, if you can see his name, where's his name? His name's down here. It's actually hard to read. And you need to actually magnify it. So that should be Peter II Petrovic Njegos. I don't even know how to say his name. So 1813, 1851. So obviously he died at a young age. Prince Bishop of Montenegro. So he would have probably been for the independence of Montenegro. But at that time, it's actually still part of the Ottoman Empire. And at the back, we have, looks like a church or monastery, I'd say. Probably where he actually stayed. And on the reverse, the earlier banknotes had Peter II as a statue, but obviously they changed it to a portrait. And this one was actually in black, and now it's just white. Pretty hard to tell and see. Current banknotes of Europe are actually getting quite good. So this series I actually quite like. And the exchange rate's about 100 dinars equals $1 Australian. So in that case, we go to the 50 dinars. And this one has, is it a violin or a cello? The earlier banknotes actually didn't have this from Yugoslavia. They actually had a piano in the background and some plants. So this is Stefan Stojanovic Maranyak. Hope I didn't butcher that name too much. Pedeset Dinara. And the actual earlier banknotes are actually a lot more purple. This one's actually been diluted a bit. On the back it has him standing there, has probably a composition that he actually done in music. And another statue. So it's probably from one of his plays. So yeah, maybe I should actually listen to his music on the actual YouTube where we are now. So these ones you could probably pick up for like, I don't know, $2 to $3 in uncirculated. They're not very hard to get. But, you know, they're actually quite a nice series. And then the only other banknote, guys, is 10,000 dinars. So this is equivalent to about not $1,000, $10. So if you just take 2 zeros away, that's pretty much the face value right now. And this is pretty similar to the actual first banknote that was actually issued. Has Dodi Yafert, hope that's his name. So you can actually see his name there. 1850, 1937. And not too sure what he does. Interior of National Bank building. So maybe he was an architect or he designed the actual some of the buildings in Belgrade, which is the capital of Serbia. So that is actually him. And obviously he's got a prize. Looks like a medal, architectural prize. And here he is in old age inside the interior of the National Bank. So it could be National Bank head at some time. And the watermark for this one is, yep, as you guessed it, him. And the 50 dinar watermark, yeah, him. And the same with all the other banknotes. So for the value of this, if you want to get one in uncirculated, because it's worth $10, I probably paying about $15 to $20. So the actual highest banknote they actually issue in Serbia is 5,000 dinars, so equivalent to about $50. That's probably quite a lot of money. If you go to Serbia, you might see that. I would say you probably won't, because the value is probably high and the wages are actually not really, they're not the same as Australia. They're quite a lot lower. And this one is printed in 2011. There's a 2014 print for this one, but that's actually it. So Serbia doesn't print notes every year. They print them probably every 5 years, I would say, based on the 2006 was the year before that, so that's about 5 years. And then before that it was 2003, so that's 3 years. And so we've got 3, 5 and 3, and now we actually have 7 years. So, but the pandemic has probably reduced the use of currency in Serbia, just like it has in Australia, because of pretty much lockdowns and, you know, just the damage it's done to the economy. So anyway, but a nice banknote series. So all up, these banknotes, you probably like $20 to $30 in uncirculated. but not too many people actually sell Serbian banknotes or even modern currency, because it's just going to be very common for a few hundred years. Oh, and another thing I didn't say is that they do issue a 20 dinar bank coin as well as banknote. And that also hasn't been minted since 2012. But that one, I actually put different effigies of different people on it, and they actually change the coin design every year. So maybe that 20 dinar coin no longer circulates, maybe it does. But if you're from Serbia, I'd actually like to know if that is the actual case. So here I'll leave a video. I'll leave a link down to eBay so you can just check for Serbian banknotes and coins. Actually quite nice. Go back to the 1800s. And thank you for watching. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.